They're seeing nothing right now, so they're going to be able to respond quickly towards this B take. But Gravity will not be able to participate. Smoke on towards the door. Body just trying to ring some shots through that, but ineffective so far. The bomb needs to cross, and it's done so. Bomb down, 5v4 established. Good situation for Heroic, just like they drew it up.
Yeah. Nilo go kill there. Finds the opening with the P250 at range. Post plants established.
And got the cap on this tunnels play, too.
Yeah, he should be able to cut this one off with a little bit of help as well from X-Floud. So they're going to crunch on in. On the point of contact, there's the attention drawn out. There's the X-Floud collapse. They got to start ignoring some of these problems or deal with them like that. Lucky with a great headshot. With a kit still in play, they can draw out the time a little bit longer, but they're starting to lose names and numbers. Maka and Exorcy still able to move through. Still have to get on top of that bomb, and Exorcy's running low on time. Just going to have to smoke and stick it, trying for the kills while the smoke is blooming. On top of that bomb here, he's dodging the shots, but is there simply time? Knife's out. The knife comes through there. Exorcy's going to fall there, but everyone going down in this one.
A little bit of chaos at the tail end of that one.
Nice. Nice find. What if there's more logos on the inside?
Shoutouts to Zarks and JNZ. Chasing that up for us. Maka chasing up a quick kill here. Good damage done. This one's getting messy, and that's the bomb now dropped in the grasp of Lucky. And suddenly a round that looked to have nothing in it has become very dangerous indeed. 50 seconds. They got to work together. These nades can be chunky, but they're going to have to do it with the guns. And that is exactly what Nilo wants to do. Corpses butchered. But Gravity looking for a little more. They have no idea. They don't expect him at all. They don't expect him here.
Pick up guns as well.
Oh my goodness, might not need it. Back's turned, 5-7. Oh, he's about just a hint of an ankle. He's thinking, I'm getting closer on this flank. And please, just be diligent in your clears. Oh boy. 29 bullets, full mag. Comes back for the check. Didn't see him. Did he see him?
No, he didn't.
He didn't see him. That's the bomb. There's no time. 10 seconds. Could just stay alive, but he'll go forward for the fight, and Gravity gets the last laugh.
I can't believe you didn't spot him on the clear rate there. That was the big difference maker.
That jiggle was crazy. Oh, and now Alcaraz not going to be getting rid of those frustrating feelings just yet because he's out of the round off the rip.
You're going to toss that down range and try and escalate this play towards the mid to B.
Momentum on. Gravity down through the door means pressure on the Lucky now. Flashbangs to try and isolate. They do a great job of it. Blinded up. He can't do anything about this. And with the bomb planted, with 3D Max on the wrong side, rather, of those choke points. Don't know how much of a try they're going to give this. Definitely not, now that Body is down for the count. Rifle retrieved. That's a nice upgrade as well. And Heroic right back to their winning ways. Clutch be damned. But the thing that's even more impressive is that they keep selling players, and then they keep rebuilding and being good with 97 different iterations of the team. They can't keep getting away with this. And Maka, well, he heard what X-Floud said and said, you know what, maybe I bring the AWP into play on B and make this hold a little stronger. Alcaraz low. Those flames licking at his feet, but he's able to jump and hurdle up onto the catwalk.
See how this cat plate holds up. Up on the other end, Maka already finding the opening here and finds the follow-up as well. Trying to do it all for his squad. Only going to back him into the corner. Buys time for the flank to arrive here. And this one, absolutely unrelenting. Chase down coming through from the whole squad. The op there, I think Maka feeling the need to float around a little bit more with that AWP. Finds the first. Another opening pick for him and then threads in a whole lot more afterwards.
It is part of the other aspect of swapping the leadership. Wow, Nilo, okay, in towards the pit. Not going to give me time to talk because he's just ripped the head from the shoulders of the man I wanted to talk about. Flashbang around. Here's going to be the fight. This could be the round. Body close up to it. Wants to cause some noise with the utility, but Youngstar is still able to cross. And Exorcy's burning. Silences Youngstar. For the moment, they need to deal with Exorcys. They know that. They stack up and do so at the cost of a lot of damage onto LNZ. Bomb needs to be planted. Boost disassembled for the moment. They want Alcaraz out towards long in this post plant. In order to do so, they got to deal with some pogo-sticking players here on the site. And now, with LNZ down, they might not have the luxury of keeping him out towards the pit.
What's going on here? Boost does not work out for them. Nilo slides way past the crosshair. Bomb's still on the floor towards ramp, so question marks as to how they get the round started, at least in the post plant. And Nilo will just rush for it. Gonna plant this one for Plaid as well. So you have a player actually tucked in towards Car now. Double up on towards Cat, at least clearing out CT, so they likely know this is either towards long or Catwalk now.
He's thinking, I want to get back into my post plant now. But will instead stick closer around, play around his teammate. Good tag onto it. Harassment damage out from Nilo. They got to deal with the scout still. And Graffiti! Oh my goodness. Will do exactly that. A ripper of a headshot. He's thinking, hey, where'd that all go?
Cool to see that that's something they're willing to give over.
He did it in previous rosters as well, right? I mean, back in his entry in towards professional play and LDLC. When Lambert made the decision to shift into the coaching role, it was Graffiti that he tapped to take up the in-server leadership. And this is a lucky spray down. And I'm not talking about chance. I'm talking about skill from the man who holds the 4. Yeah, it's just pistols.
I don't know. I don't like having things on my face for like long periods of time.
Well,
I think I'm just scratch at it. Either way, X-Cloud walking his way out towards middle. A little 1-for-1 action there. As we see Heroic just willing to try and throw some numbers at the problem there. And they aren't really hesitating on these opening plays.
pretty committed up on the ramp, so it is all on him.
How much can you get here? Send him out quickly, looking for the trade, and he can't find the multi, but a lot of damage done.
Take 1.5.
Yeah. Elo down low, that's a good target to take down. I wonder if he'll be sent the op.
Maka's really convinced that somebody's going to come up on Catwalk, and through that commitment, through that convincing, eventually Elkron just spots him and can lead the shot through the box, so I don't know what exactly was going on there. Maybe a failure of communication, but certainly a failure to respond to any communication. Youngstar dances his way among those spam bullets, whittles enough time off the clock that Lucky can't chase down that kill, and now is worried about how he's actually going to get out of this.
Youngstar really fell all the way back. And this is going to be frustrating.
I don't know what was happening with Maka there. He definitely knew players had gotten out towards long.
Yeah.
He just did not expect him to accelerate so quickly up.
So your team that right now in that position is kind of sacrificing a lot of control right there. So I guess Maka is gambling on the fact that the next point of contact actually isn't going to come too long because they were just fighting. You know, I think if you're setting up a round right there.
And a 1v1 on B. Just Lucky want to pop up and spot this. Catwalk control for the moment, but eventually Maka tracks the target on the edges of those smokes. The wisps betray him. And X-Flood, they've just heard the nade hit him. So X-Flood has to back away. He doesn't want this. Doesn't want this smoke because there are too many smokes. And so this smoke might make him broke.
Oh, Nilo getting very cautious about the long positioning. They're expecting someone to be tucked in towards the Cubby Exorcist. Comes through just in time. They shut that down.
Now they got vision on everything. They've got a player push tunnels who's backing away. They've got control of the longhouse. They know pretty confidently that they got control some middle, and that's a beautiful peek. Pre-fire coming through from Exorcist was already for a player to be in that exact spot. Now he can back away, knowing that they have asserted themselves in this round. X-Flood nearly burns.
And then off the back of some information there, feeling the catwalk play, they push both long and upper. It's just all the information in the world. 1 second left. You gonna spam those doors? Buddy!
Oh boy.
One shot.
LNZ just a scout back the other way. Haven't really felt Elkron's presence in this one just yet, but this would be a hell of a time to get started. They have managed to cross. May not be super aware of that fact. It does not seem to be at all aware of that fact. Uh-oh. Maka finds a kill elsewhere. Youngstar connects. Lucky down, so that is Elkron making some noise, and Nilo able to follow it up. Maka, though, on the scene, trying to just track these players down, and that could be the collapse. It's over the shoulders, though. And an 8-pop instead to stall them out. A duel with Algaren, neither opera landing the killing blow just yet, but up from the lower tunnels.
And towards T-spawn long area.
This has spread these players out, right?
It's going to be a run boost.
Extremely. Oh, not successfully. But the trade is there, just like they drew it up.
That was exactly what they were hoping for. All according to plan here. Nilo could be the right guy for the job. Trying to top the charts. We'll see if he can continue to provide it. Still has to get across into the site and find the kills to do the bomb. It's going to be a fake on the first, and he doesn't get his gun out in time. Body too quick on the draw.
And we got the double op in the hands of a Lucky. So Maka making moves off catwalk. Lucky down middle finds Algaren. They could overwhelm this op with the pistols. Body's the first hurdle to overcome. And Lucky making good work of that 5-7. Down eventually. And an AK retrieved.
Gotta respect someone that's going for the ecos like that there. I mean, that's just textbook. That's hunger.
It's the greed.
Talk about that in the Bible.
I think they did. Is a bomb plant? Possible. The new boxes make this a little bit trickier.
HE is going to make it challenging as well.
Well, they didn't throw them in time.
Up. There it is. She can't stabilize. I thought that HE was going to send that gun flying.
I think this is already a successful round. Anything Linus gets here is huge. That's a kill. Now they need to be very cautious. Don't give them the opportunities. Exorcist makes good on it, but this is... Yeah, it's just one more round to play, right? So it's not going to make a huge difference.
They're all mine. Lucky liking this angle, though. Got him on the jump peak last time. No. Ouch. 2 offers versus 1 is not fair. Maka and Lucky double zoomed at Akron's location, and he doesn't really get to play this half much.
I can't believe Body's sticking around in the spot.
In a nice off angle, and has a lot of faith that his teammates and operas will scare him off. Lucky, though, not able to do so. It's still such a surprise, though, with Body able to fight through these angles. He'll get caught, though, and out towards middle. Maka just the same. Surprise, surprise, all over the map here. The bomb is separated. Nilo's still aware of the timing, but the bomb hits the floor. The two separated from the package here, and it's recovery mode.
That's such a brutal way to lose the round. Now Graffiti finds his kill and knows that he can just back away because there's no danger to letting Youngstar out of this. He doesn't have control of the C4. What does it matter? Well, Youngstar's still going to run it down. Make sure that that kill does not escape him, but tight to the angle. Flashbang.
Oh my God.
And Youngstar fast on the flick.
On the side of 3D Max. Now they're on the T side here, and they're getting pressed upon, but they're already out this B side. Unfortunately for Lucky, not so fortunate. Exorcist has to recover the bomb, and it's dropped again. And we've got lurks on lurks here, none of which going to have that much impact here without the bomb in their hands. The double 80 or 90 degree spins that you have to get away with. The 180s.
I think I saw No Christ hit that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, they're going to give him the fights. Let's break down that crossfire. Let's chase it down. Oh, no. How is it coming so awkward here? Graffiti able to turn it around into a 1v2. An opportunity, but with only 3 health here. He's got to find 2 quick kills. LNZ dancing around the pillar. Just enough safety provided. Timing just looks very rough here. There is going to be no resistance towards mid. No lurking presence towards B. All focused in, and Smoke Spam doing a lot of damage here. Through the doors, they're already making their way through, but it's a bit of a choke point right now that they can't get past. Not without walking into the meat grinder. Finally, the breakthrough comes on in. Maka looking for the tripwire. He gets out alive somehow. They're looking to lock in the digits.
How has he escaped? How has he escaped this? They're continuing to try and run him down, but now they've got another tripwire to clear. Maka Scout finally going to be silenced. They had to deal with that if they were going to mount this retake. Still the firepower advantage, but there's rifles in hand. And through the smoke on the door, it falls to Graffiti once more. He just needs the headshot, but Alcarin will come out on top this time. That's a hell of a good try coming through, but in the nick of time, the defuse is on. Heroic limping out of this one, but they're making it out all the same.
The deep smoke from the A side all the way to mid. This guy's still going to queue up the cat execute. Lucky try to cut off the rotates, but he doesn't get anything for his troubles. And now he's going to escalate the play here, eating HE damage. Having a tough time breaking through. Algarin doesn't budge on this molly kill. Will eventually fall to the MAC-10 and low HP to try and hold off in this post plant.
They're asking some questions, though. AK's in hand as well, so headshots are potential. Gonna have to be some snappy shooting, but we've seen a lot of it. That's a nice way to take the initiative, but well defended from Youngstar. Can't quite get the kill. It keeps the chaos away from his teammate. Kill comes in. Maka, all headshots required. But playing around the ramp, that's a good spot to take them. Nilo swings wide. And so Heroic slip into the lead. This is their map pick, reminder. That's a good pick for sure. Well, we're a big Snapdragon household here. Snapping straight into the fight is xFloud.
Nice, like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not carnivorous. There's some in the neighborhood. I'll show you Snapdragons later. Do you have a favorite flower?
Still sunflower.
Hit us up at the I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience.
Okay.
I'm talking to the cat. We're breaking the fourth wall here. Hit us up at the DHL mailbag. Let's know what your favorite flower is. Maybe include a picture. Graffiti and Exercise deserve their flowers in this round. So they've got this bomb plant down, and this was another limited buy. But Nilo is not interested in allowing them anything. Dancing around the box now. Body knows he's in trouble, trying to get help from out long. It's going to be Maka. Gets himself an upgrade. Needs to be the hero now with this AK-47. Finds the first, pops that home, and the second as well. Perfection from Maka. And 3D Max, they do keep buying xFloud.
That's a good point. Then you start sneezing. Cough it up though on this B site. Youngster blinded. Oh, it's beautiful on the execution. Lights are bright there on the B side and no kills provided. Just a lot of damage done. But I mean, at this point, Heroic don't want to test the waters with a B side retake. They're already giving it up. We got Inferno up next.
Also a good saving map. Strong map pool for those who like to save.
If you enjoy saving, you're going to love this veto. You're not seeing like a round play out with like a full minute and 20 and then a save. It's like they are fighting at the start of every round, at the very least, and that determines whether you save or not.
As we've ascertained as well, they do like a bit of a buy. That's a bit of a kill. Coming through from XRC, LNZ flashed in, ineffective. And now long control already conceded. Body rocking up in that space, and xFloud commits to the fight, which he does find the one, but I don't know if it's worth the price of admission. Body has so much real estate.
We're gonna have both bomb sites pretty soon. They've got A, and now you have complete access towards B as well. What on earth do you do? They're going out towards long.
I think it's
and Lucky's like, hey guys, the water's nice over here. I know we're fighting someone on Cat right now, but I do quite like the B-bomb site, what I'm experiencing here. Now the flank come through if necessary. All right, Lucky doesn't have to do a thing.
I was going to say that
all of that work.
They're maybe playing a little bit too far ahead of this. They still had a minute, right? They could have really just pumped the brakes and frozen those two players up. They knew they had Cat. They had a lot of confidence.
They had almost all of the map.
Yes. But they just forced the issue and it works. So who's to fault them? Really confident play starting to gel. Can't be doing that, Heroic.
No, you cannot here.
You'll note it was exactly when xFloud said, just keep buying, guys.
This time there's a little bit more support staff there. Nice target from Gravity to just hunt down the kill, and it does leave them wounded on this B side again. HE to blow open the smoke, trying to distract. xFloud cannot break through. Another HE attempt. Anything given. No, they avoid the contact, and now
it has.
It's the B bomb site taken over. We're going to see a post plant here, and they're going to have to go for this.
They do have to retake. That is not an option. 2 incendiaries, 2 smokes to try and make it happen. Incendiaries will be pretty useful. Go body tight to the angle. Presumably one of those goes back site, one of those goes car maybe. You got some choices for how you want to deploy them. They're being stalled out. xFloud trying to force the issue here a little bit. Catching a player at the window. That's a shot through. Grin hits the kill. Time is getting very desperate indeed. They don't have kids. I think they've already played themselves out of this. That 10-second timer is going to hit, and at this point, it's just over for Heroic. Watching Dust2 slip away, dancing around the box. Maka dancing, dipping, diving, and you might get the blade into flesh, but you're not going to have the map here, Alcaraz.
Enough time being bought right there. 3D Max showing up, ready to go here on our opening map of Dust2 here. Their opponent's map pick in the T side. Try and throw them off their game here, scare them off. But we'll see how much that really matters at this point. Because the smoke going to be way too late, and, well, not going to be providing much threat there at all. As the decoy and the dualies hit the ground.
There will be no dualies on the B site. Not one, not two sets. Only Graviti. Coming back in. Oh, mowing down. Clocking some heads as they round the corner on him. Alcaraz gonna give this a try, but he might just be the last hurrah. Youngstar somehow has tilted the scales back the other way. Exorcist has bamboozled them. But that will be enough. So we're talking about subterfuge. We're talking about trickery. Exorcist slipping out the church and in the backstab. He didn't arrive in a wooden horse, but it was shocking all the same.
Deep breaths.
It's such a dispassionate chirp too, right? Doesn't look like there's joy in it for Body. He's just doing it for their benefit, not his own. Maka demolishes xCloud. He's been left alone again, and he will suffer. Just full paint on. That's going to be a catch, and that's a rifle upgrade. Do they want to commit that AK into this attempted retake?
Lucky's going to maybe give him a case. And it's cooled off by his friendly teammate there in Body, who says, hey, come on back. Let's get another smoke down. A bit of a lurk here from Maka. Really drawn out fight here, and survives the clock. And yeah, Maka's going to go ahead and say, yeah, not interested in that either. Nilo and LNZ.
New approach.
Should be safe, but yeah, you're right, Maka. Still on the prowl. Oh, and gets punished.
A little shadow boxing there off the SMGs. That's $600 extra. That's nice.
Yeah, AK saved. I mean,
ankle break.
Might get another one here at this point. Body caught sideline there. Nilo actually helps out in the security. That's a lot of exit damage right there that Heroic really didn't have.
I was intrigued if that was going to come through. There's quite a bit of head armor at this point, so the P90 is not super effective against that. If they're wearing hats, not so good. Nilo, he's got his hard hat on, he's going to work.
Exorcist gets punished right there. Youngstar had a lot to keep track of. He's able to make the right moves. We're blocking each other inside the smoke. Alcaraz spraying and praying. And Maka with the Glock out. Oh. Not surprised there. Why did he have a Glock, I wonder?
There's time. You could even wait for this full smoke fade, which is what Lucky's going to do. Now he's spotted. Now he knows. Nade to soften the player up. Knows he needs to chase this kill down sooner rather than later. Flashbang's good to stall. LNZ's trying to just do exactly that, but this is going to be a chance to plant the bomb. Lucky gets these numbers punched in. HE coming his way, and he may not be long for this world. He's been whittled down so very low, and Alcaraz makes sure there is no escape. Still, give himself a real chance.
Got some packing. That one was a lot better.
That was a lot better. Imagine if there was two of those. Alcaraz finds the opener, clears out middle. But they still want to bring the pressure in towards B, and they're paying a little bit of a price for it in the form of Maka's HP bar. Two players backside. Not a lot of utility to spend between them. A boost up overhead, rip from shoulders, all onto xCloud. Run on down, but he does collect the one before. So now this bomb can get planted. There's a lot of retake util available. And 3D Max with Maka already low. Got a little bit of a task on their hands. I don't imagine this one's going to turn into a save. Not with the number of nades they've got.
Oh,
now it might.
Doesn't help.
That does not help. We were going to get a retake on Inferno, dang it!
He was just thinking about lining up some retake utility, getting himself in position, and a little bit of blazing smoke spam there does the trick.
Oh, man.
It's okay, look at this. Alcaraz going to give us some action at the end of the round. There you go, some op shots as a little parting gift. And just about misses out in any follow-up. 3D Max immediately bounced back. It's the deadly nature here towards this B side again.
An LNC trying to get really frisky with this one. They are full committing into this aggression. Graffiti knows to look for it. Double up in the apartments, a 1-for-1 exchange. Maybe not the best thing, but when you're limited in the round, Alcaran cannot afford to give up this kill, and so he won't. Dancing around the windowsill. Still huge vulnerability here towards B. xFlood the only one. As Nilo tries to come in to support him with just a 5-7, but the longer that they wait, the longer that they stall out, the more chance for these rifles to get involved.
Gotta push to the smoke. They're finally making that decision. They're trying to, but they're stalled out again. And now the rifles, as you said, are gonna fly up Banana fast on the flank here and spotted by the jump peak. They're gonna reclaim Banana control here. Both go down. And they've just opened up the other side of the map here. It's gonna be all on the shoulders of Maka. He's not taking his chance to jump on this A-side play. Instead, he's gonna continue to challenge B. And at least he separated two defenders left.
Yeah. He knows by putting some air into this, by pumping some air into this, they're going to know he got that last kill bottom Banana. They're going to think he's bailed on out, which, to be fair, would have probably guaranteed him a bomb plant, but he doesn't just want a bomb plant, he wants the round.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you're gunning for here. Heroic throw a big swing towards second mid, get rewarded. Maka, can he isolate this target? Nilo with the deagle, gonna get his back turned. He sees him, and now it's an isolated target.
Facing ahead of it. Don't have all the time in the world. Wary about where that second player could be. So you're anticipating this swing. That's a hell of a headshot. It's coming up Banana, which will give Maka the window to plant. 9 seconds coming off of this. Might have actually just cost him. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bomb down, but the round lost. And that is an exchange that Heroic will take every day of the week. He had no idea about how close xFloud could be.
Take that control off the back of the timeout that's called. Fight for second mid and establish some space here. If it's not working towards Banana, at least take it somewhere else. Good, avoided, and it's more entry prowess here. Totally not as effective, and Body does it again. More access granted here towards the B side of the map. Alcaran equalizes, and so much utility damage. So it puts us into the realm of possibility. A little accident for LNZ. Catches lucky on the back lines, low on health. Need a CT smoke. Molly won't cut it. That's going to be free fire for the AWP. I just need to get past it. They don't have a smoke available here, so the HE going to provide access. Looking for the tash, but the bomb is on the floor. Maka left into another challenging clutch here. Youngstar trying to get a position where he can play off the contact. Is he going to advance forward? No, he's waiting so patiently.
He's just hoping they make a mistake, that they overplay this. And instead he'll have to make the move. Patience shown from Heroic. It's tough in that kind of a situation to trust in your teammate, to not overplay your hand. Certainly better fortunes now. Alcaran looking to enhance those fortunes further. Gets a wing shot on the Lucky.
Oh, that's going to be deadly. Lots of damage taken here. The collapse rolling through, and they're advanced past the point of the flashbang. Nilo somehow gets in and out. Ow. Staying alive, and 3 players jump on the rotate here towards the B side, but look at where position is on the lurk. Exorcise is in CT spawn, walking his way through the arches, and this leads to a pause in the advancement of 3D Max and aggression from the CT side. The collapse coming through here. It's chaos in the server. They're not able to wait for Exorcise. The turnaround coming through from Alcaran. Can't find the quick scope in time. And the kills on Danilo mean the site is open. Exorcise got it through the smoke.
That's ridiculous. He knew the general region and he just sprayed and sent up a little bit over prayer. Oh. Youngstar coming from around the world. Now he's been heard. Exorcise knows he's coming this way. Has all the time in the world to set up that fight just as he'd like.
And they're pushing smokes. Past the scope. Into the hands of Nilo, who's jiggling. A bit awkward. And he can't quite cut off the cross into arches, but the collapse coming through from the rest of the squad. They're in CT spawn. Still LNZ falls though to gravity, and this puts a lot of weight on a solo B defense.
They've done so much damage. But you're right, xFlood's in such a pressure moment. Such a pressure situation, and so he moves to alleviate that pressure. This is going to invite him in towards B. He has to know this. But he's correctly surmised that without dealing with that CT presence, wasn't enough that he could do.
No, he cheat. That's not going to cut it right there, buddy. Elevated. Young Star in a 1v3 with a lot of crosshairs turned his way. And the chase down coming through. It's still more action just when you think a save's going to take place here. Oh my god. Lucky. Able to survive there and put this round to rest.
3D Max were putting themselves in a big risk, right? By going for that chase so early, yes, it's a huge prize if you could take that gun out of their hands, but 3D Max, meanwhile, not slowing down in the slightest. Look at Body. He's already all the way up lane. Now the players are flying out of the balcony. Nice shots out of the USP, and suddenly the P250 following up. Things are getting downright interesting. Downright messy. But out of the messiness emerges 3D Max. Not with a clean record, I'll tell you that much. They've given X-Flight a chance. Really wanted to accelerate fast into this one, so he's making no secret of his own presence. And so Maka will race to meet him. They're just running this down. They're fighting at every possible turn. 3D Max are on a schedule here, a tight schedule at that.
Where do they have to be? What are
They've got dinner reservations, okay? And it's Sweden. Everything closes really early.
They are on a mission right now to end this one as quickly as possible.
In the city will be closed, in
At
my experience.
8?
They're going to Max Burger again.
At 8, they close?
Yeah, a lot of things, yeah, actually.
That stinks.
Most things, especially on a weeknight.
Okay, well.
I love Stockholm, but it is not a late night city.
Ooh, they need to win this round, though, if they want to try and advance a little bit quicker. And Maka caught with knives out. Maybe they just end it quickly as heroic. They're going to put up one extra round towards the tail end of the half and take us to a 3-minute break.
A fast, blistering pace in a half of Inferno. Not a phrase we're used to saying, to be quite frank, but I have a lot of hope that it might be kept up in this second as well. Heroic needing to get a couple rounds back here to tie this thing up. They'll start with a heavy util pistol round. And it seems like that's heading straight in towards B, wasting no time about this. Running down the first kill, but it's Maka who finds it, traded quickly, and now into B they go. Flash is effective, chasing two players in by the orange box, but it's Body
to
deliver. Stand and do so. Knife out finally. But the bomb needs to be planted, and Alcaret going wandering will miss his opportunity.
Yeah, it's about as quick as things ended. We'll pick up in the second half, man. What a lightning fast start here. It seems like Heroic able to keep up the pace that 3D Max have set for this game. And the knives have to come out there out of desperation for both these squads.
Playing with the timer. I mean, look, I guess... Hold on. Here comes the head. Here comes the execution. Nice molly flash combo. Burning into that smoke out. Maybe a little bit of a fumble there. Blinded up. And their hopes are dashed. Talking about fast, that execute is quick as you like when they hit it. That's going to be a save call from 3D Max. They want nothing to do with this retake. My goodness.
An old wood wall. Wood-fed chickens. Not as tasty here. Gravity. Missed out on the molly and is going to press in towards the second mid again. This time getting fought from multiple different angles. And 3D Max going to be forced to slow down their roll. How's Ecstasy so confident in this angle? Finally gets a chance to fire up. Has to escape though while he can, because now Youngstar kind of floating around the corner. Ecstasy's putting a lot of weight on his shoulders to be the opening presence in the server, but he's at risk of getting sidelined here for free, and that is the case. Youngstar collects the element of surprise.
It's like a stack of Legos as opposed to cinder blocks, though. Molotov in a new box is going to ruin this stack. Unless... Oh. CT Smoke anticipates. Now they've got the cover. All right, Body, what you got? Nate. 1, 2. Looking for more. Body the hero. USP through. Who says they can't be impactful? And now they've got bomb control. 20 seconds. What are you doing, Youngstar? You're too far away. He's going to come back in, try and set up some util for his teammate, a flashbang to get the back around the corner, but this hasn't really blinded anyone up just yet, and now they've been able to fall back into safer spots. Body stalling this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's found it! Win for Heroic! impossible second. No time to spare. My goodness. Some nice banana utility damage being exchanged here. Buddy has to get rid of his smoke. Might need to get the heck out of dodge. But now he's got teammates coming in to give him a little bit of a bridge to get out of here. He's stuck around, and it's paying off right now. 3D Max do not want to give up this spacing. And Heroic are paying a heavy penalty for their inquiries.
Which was also a problem.
Cole, I have an idea. We're going to be rich.
Yes.
We're going to make some fake apartment applications. We're going to list them on Zillow.
That's called passive income. Who says you have to own property for that?
Have applications and only deny people. Deep banana control for the CTs, which is causing a lot of those problems. Oh, X-Flood revealing his presence, wary of that flash. Does he know about body?
Well, I can help him clear it out systematically, and he wins the duel. Important. 32 seconds left on the clock, though, as they're just starting to escalate the play up banana. No more block utility, but a smoke is rushed here, and it could create openings for Lucky. HE for the smoke as well. And they're still slow about the approach. Now the op is involved here, and Lucky has free fire. The distractions caused leave the resources too limited, and the time is low here. They've got to get the numbers punched in ASAP.
I mean, he's getting it spammed right on this swing. Nilo goes off of it, connects on two. How have they pulled this out? How have they made this work? XCC knows he has to have that planter isolated, but Nilo's expecting the play. Unreal performance for the young Swede. And he is looking much the worse for the wear. 63 damage off of that P.
The bounces of that smoke.
He's just up here catching nades. Oh, and he's catching bullets as well. Alcran able to trade that out, though. So
Looks
definitely
like
not the worst result.
Just tall enough to work through our apartments. But speaking of apartments, a little bit of aggression down second mid. Nilo making his presence known. Exorcist at least being aware somewhat that there's a player in brackets here in a dangerous fight. Presenting on banana. Lucky holds it together.
Look at this spacing for Nilo, though. Now they need to wait. They need to stall.
He made noise here, though, so I think there's some indicator that he could be making this move. And as you see, Maka might be able to cut him off just in time, and that is the case. Threads the needle before it gets too chaotic. And now they're pushing down all of the A side, so boxed in towards banana. It's a one-way street. They shoot back. This time around, Alcarin left alone.
Somehow managed to work their way out of the jam last time. It's not going to happen this time. Not at all. Not at all. You don't get two of those. You don't get two of those.
Imagine that 3D Max, definitely the team with the bigger reach and a smile. Now with the 3 chances to close this thing out in 2.
Put you into the 2-1 pool. It's not elimination for Heroic, but as we've seen, pressure amps up when that threat is on the line, and Maka has no interest in entertaining any other version. Shot off the off body, able to find the one. Follow up from Lucky is good. Banana is closed for business.
Oh,
timing on this is brutal. One to the back of the dome, and it all falls to Young Star. He's had some star moments, but this one needs to shine bright. First collected, 3 more kills to do, and no health to spare. Spam might just be enough. Flashbangs harass, and they just want to run him down. 3D Max wastes no time in this. The chase is there, the kill is complete, and 3D Max mission accomplished. Move on into the 2-1 pool and look damn good on Inferno doing it.